I'm sorry.
Hello, Dr. Congreve and the rest of MEA 100. We will be presenting on the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens. My name is Sarah George.
I'm Nathan McMorris.
I'm Maya Tomasic.
I'm Abbey Brewer.
And I'm Grace Haley. So the eruption occurred on 1980 on Mount St. Helens in Skamania County, Washington. And what happened was a magnitude 5 earthquake and avalanche unloaded the pressure at the top of the volcano by removing the cryptodome. And this pressure release caused water to rapidly turn to steam, which explosively expanded, resulting in a 9-hour-long eruption. And Mount St. Helens is a stratovolcano, which is typical for the Pacific Northwest of the United States, where there's a convergent plate boundary with a subduction zone.
The eruption of Mount St. Helens caused 57 deaths and tons of property damage, including 200 homes, 27 bridges, 4.7 billion boards of timber, 15 miles of railway, and 185 miles of highway. It also destroyed many crops, resulting in over $1 billion in damage. The ash rose 12 miles high and traveled over to many other states, including Washington, Idaho, Colorado, Minnesota, and Oklahoma. It also caused unemployment to significantly rise.
The landscape was destroyed by an enormous debris avalanche that expanded 3 billion cubic yards, which is 32 square miles in length and 145 feet in depth. The land was left sheared and smoldering. The wildlife, such as forests, were left toppled. Animals and plants were left perished. This eruption affected locals, but much more. The earth systems that were involved in this eruption were the geosphere, which was the volcano. Then the debris from the volcano and the avalanche affected the atmosphere, while the debris were falling into the water system that affected the hydrosphere, and the biosphere was obviously affected by the wildlife that was perished in that eruption.
The nation was ill-prepared for the eruption of Mount St. Helens. It was the first major eruption to occur in the contiguous United States for decades, and the only in the public's memory. Confusion became widespread because of a lack of answers to questions concerning public health and the extent of damages. To remedy that, FEMA established a coordinating center whose purpose was to provide clear, consistent information to the public. The reports also included information on how to stay safe and address smaller issues like how to drive through ash. 3 years following the eruption, the county civil defense office was converted into the Yakima Valley Office of Emergency Management by the County Emergency Service Council. This was likely in response to poor disaster management of the explosion. The council's job was to incorporate improved disaster planning. They did so by creating the Yakima County Comprehensive Emergency Management Plan. The plan, which is updated frequently and was last updated in 2019, outlines strategic, operational, and tactical guidelines to be put into place after disaster. Disasters covered by the YCCEMP include natural hazards like earthquakes, floods, landslides, volcanic eruption, wildland fires, winter storms, and they also include human-caused hazards like dam failures, hazardous materials, and power failure.
Fun facts. Mount St. Helens has the most frequent volcanic eruptions in the Cascade Range. The 1980 blast traveled faster than 300 miles per hour. It was the most economically destructive volcanic event. 3,600 years ago, there was an eruption 4 times larger than the May 18, 1980 eruption, which caused Native Americans to have to leave its ground. It has domes larger than the Empire State Building, which were created by the lava seeping into the crater floor. It still experiences low rates of seismic activity and low emissions of steam and volcanic gas, as well as growth of the lava dome. Before it erupted, Mount St. Helens was 9,677 feet. It is now 8,300 feet. The mountain has now been preserved as a Mount St. Helens National Volcanic Monument to allow it to recover on its own, but it can be visited. The mountain was named after Britain's ambassador for Spain, known as Baron St. Helen. comparisons before and after. And here are our sources.
If you enjoyed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.